My name is Gerald IT. I am the founder of Gerald IT Academy that teaches beginners-friendly IT basic fundamentals. Welcome back to the Academy. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about network servers, one of the most important parts of any computer network. If you have ever wondered how websites load, how files are shared, or how organizations manage their data, you will understand that servers are the machine that make all of that possible. By the end of this lesson, you will understand what a server is all about, the different types of servers, and why they are essential in every modern network. Now, let us start. What is a network servers? First of all, what is a network? A network is a group of computers connected together so they can communicate with each other. That is what a network is all about. Each computer on the network is called a host. On most networks, there are two kinds of hosts. We have the client's host and the server's host. The difference is that clients is like the device you are using to watch this video right now. That is the client. The device you are using to watch this video now. When I mean the device, the computer that you are using to watch this video now is regarded as the client. Client consumes network services, is a consumer, while the servers provide the network services. They are the provider. So we are going to look at the example of this. Now, you can watch the diagram. You're going to see this simple office network with two computers. One for Anne. You can see Anne on my left side connected to a printer. The other one by the right side is for Bob. These are two clients. Now, right now, the network doesn't have a server. This network here does not have a server. Instead, each computer here is providing some of the network services, which is the person on the left side manages a computer, and his computer has the printer that both of them share. And the Bob computer has a huge storage drive. You can see the storage drive connected to Bob that both of them share. However, this setup has some problem. This setup has some problem. What is the problem? For example, if Bob is out of the office This is Bob. It is out of the office. His computer is off. Remember that his computer manages the drive. It's connected to his own drive, the storage drive. Now that he is out of the office and his computer is off, then what happens? As he turned his computer off, his partner won't be able to access her file saved on this hard drive of Bob because Bob's computer is off. Likewise, if Anne's computer is turned off, assuming her own is turned off and Bob's computer is on. Now Anne's computer is turned off. There is no network, nothing is happening that side. Whatever Bob wants to do, for example, Bob wants to print something from his computer, he won't be able to do it. The way to solve these problems is to introduce a special computer to the network called a server. Do you see where server comes in? And now we're going to see when the server comes, what it's going to do. Now that both of them cannot access their individual devices due to both of them were sharing each other's resources. Now that they want to introduce a server, you can see from the diagram, the server is the one at the middle. Both of their devices were connected to the server, and their laptops were connected to the server. The server now has become what? The center of their communication. Now we're going to see what the server is doing there. So, like these two clients, as I said, servers aren't used to do ordinary work like word processing or creating spreadsheet. Instead, servers provide network services to the client. Remember I told you the clients they are both computers. So the server provide what they call network services to both of these people. Now, instead of storing files on Bob's computer, which makes it difficult for Anne to access when Bob is out of the office. And instead of Anne, when Anne is out of the office and Bob's find it difficult to make a printing, now the server has been introduced. Anne and Bob can both store them on the server. They can also use the server to manage the printer and use the server to manage the photocopy. Even if their computers are turned off, they will still have access to the network services on the server. This kind of architecture is called the client server model. That is what it is called. This type of setting is called the client server model because they are using the client. Servers provide network services and the client consume the network services. I hope you are following now. Now, we have other services. There are many other services that servers can provide. We have mail services. Mail services store and deliver email messages. We have web services. Web services servers provide access to website, and we have database servers that store database. These are other servers that we have that provide services to their various other things. Now, to summarize this lesson, we are just seeing how servers work in a client/server network architecture, including printing, file storage, email management, website access, and database. This is a great job completing this lesson on network servers. Now that you understand what servers are all about and how they work and why they are such an important part of every modern network. If you found this helpful, this lesson, make sure to like the video and subscribe the video and continue with the next lesson in the IT Fundamental series. Thanks for learning with Gerald IT Academy. I will see you in the next class. Bye.